Another day, another self-generated controversy for Donald Trump. This time, a man who's spending millions of his own money in his bid to be US president, but no need on a big publicity budget, has withdrawn his proposal made just hours ago that women who have abortions should face some form of punishment if abortion was illegal. When people come to write the history books about Donald Trump and the presidency, whichever way it goes, they may search for the origins of that idea. Well, this may be it.
As you know, we've inherited quite a budget crunch from President Trump. How bad is it, Secretary Van Houten?
We're broke.
The country is broke? How can that be?
Well, remember when the last administration decided to invest in our nation's children? Big mistake.
Well, that was an episode of The Simpsons from the year 2000. The writer of that episode, Dan Greaney, said he wrote it because it was a vision of America going insane. He joins us now from LA. Dan Greaney, this is all you're doing then?
Oh, well, now I understand why my boss let me come on this interview. Because, so I'm the patsy, I'm the fall guy. Now I get it.
You're the one that set Donald Trump on his path.
No. If you like something in the script, I wrote it. But if you don't, well, it's a very collaborative process. There's a lot of people that are involved. The ultimate showrunner has the final say. So, it's a team sport.
But tell me, did Donald Trump, to your knowledge, ever see or comment on that episode of The Simpsons?
I don't think he's ever commented on it, and I certainly don't know if he's seen it. Yeah.
Do you think that people laughed at Donald Trump for too long?
I think President Obama might have laughed at him too long. It seemed to me like at that roast about 2 years ago when Obama was zinging him that Trump got really steamed, and if there was a inception moment, I would say that might have been it. So let's lay this at the doorstep of our president.
Now, of course, you have, well, The Simpsons has returned to the subject of Donald Trump since he put his hat in the ring. But I wonder, as a comedy writer and a producer, Donald Trump himself is such a controversialist that actually, is it quite hard as a comedy writer to best that?
Well, he's become a little bit hard to write about. You know, The Simpsons is kind of a fun show. We want people to enjoy it. And Donald Trump in the old days was very consistent with that. He was over the top. He was good-natured. He was kind of lovable. And so you could have fun with him. And even up to his announcement, you know, where he's going down the escalator in this strange tableau, you know, it was we were able to have an affectionate, good-natured time with him. Then he started talking. And yeah, I really don't know what to do with the person he's revealing himself to be at this point in his life, and it's not much fun.
But in fact, the person he's revealing himself to be is a person that a very, very substantial number of Americans seem to identify with. This is not a joke candidacy.
No, not at all. I think that Donald Trump is reflecting that there's something wrong in the American body politic. The American people are a little bit sick of what's going on, and Donald Trump is kind of what they coughed up, you know. That's maybe why he's orange.
Well, yeah. The Simpsons has a kind of track record of predicting things that might happen and so forth, and I wonder if you have any plans to return to that Trump character or actually to allude to Trump in some way in the run-up to November.
Well, you know, the show said that there was a President Trump. We didn't say there was a President Donald Trump. So it's entirely possible that we're talking about a future Trump presidency of perhaps a more reasonable and grounded Trump, such as Ivanka or Melania, which might not be quite the catastrophe that a Donald Trump presidency would be.
On the basis that America likes dynasties.
He fails, and they pick up the mantle later on.
So is this something that has been discussed in script meetings? The idea that actually Ivanka you might put forward as a possible Trump presidential candidate?
It hasn't come up. I think we're a little hesitant to wade in any deeper in this subject. Also, our production schedule really doesn't enable us to get an episode out before he loses the election. But you know, we talk about it in the room, and maybe we'll do another, you know, short promo or something like that. But Yeah, I wouldn't rule out a Trump presidency, but I think a Donald Trump presidency is very unlikely.
So you're saying that he's going to lose the presidency in your view, but as you say, The Simpsons is a show that turns up surprises.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. So, and maybe he pulls it out, but right now the math doesn't look good for him. And so if we go on the assumption that the show was right, I'm just allowing for the possibility that it's a different Trump that gets elected, a kinder, gentler, smarter Trump. Ivanka. Vote Ivanka.
Vote Ivanka. Don Greaney, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, I'm afraid that is all we have time for. From here and from The Simpsons, a very good night.